All right, so welcome everyone to this special session, Hall of Fame interview. This is a session which I love to do a lot because this is something which adds me towards my mission, what I want to do. So, what is my mission to help individuals to transition their job, whatever they are doing in IT, in a Scrum Master or in Agile profile. So let's get started, and here we go. Okay. So first of all, welcome to each and everyone. And this is a special session where I am going to interview one of our community member who started a journey, something like you, a few months back, and he was able to cross the line, means able to start his journey as Scrum Master in a very small time. Okay. So with this note, let me add here 1 second. Okay, just let me add Jayank. 1 second. All right, so Jayank, you can just turn on your camera and let's get started. I hope you have option to unmute.
Yeah, hi Jitendra. I have unmuted.
Uh,
Just cannot start the video.
okay, 1 second. You must have option just to check to start your video as well.
Yeah, it's saying host has stopped it.
1 second, let me do it. Try now. I hope it should work. You are the co-host.
Yes, it's working.
All right, super. Okay, so let's get started. So, Jank, let's get started with this special session. So, we'll start first with your introduction. So, just introduce yourself. Who are you? What you were doing about your academics, your past, and then we'll kick start from there.
Sure thing. Thanks, Jitendra. So my name is Jayank, and I have completed mechanical engineering from Ajmer. I
Mm,
come from a small town where I was not that much exposed to opportunities in IT industries or like other organizations or other fields.
mhm.
So after completing my BTech, I was like working as a production engineer in an aluminum extrusion plant. Where was I was on the like production plant, helping others in manufacturing other aluminum products.
Mhm.
So then I thought like I have studied a lot and working outside in outskirts of cities, not even able to enjoy the limelight of the metro cities.
Okay.
So thought of like doing MBA because I do not have anyone to coach me or guide me what should be the like right approach.
Mhm.
So I tried MBA, then completed my MBA in logistics and operations.
Mhm.
That also did not help me. So I joined BPO. Thought like it's an IT field, but like working as a customer support executive there for 2 years or 25 months,
Mhm.
where my night shifts was also there. I was working in nights. Then thought of like switching again to some good organization, then moved to Accenture in 2019.
Okay.
Again, it's a 10-hour job and rotational week offs, rotational shifts. So
Mhm.
thought of switching my career to IT again. This time, I thought I should be a data science or like a data engineer. So
Yes. Okay.
started it started like my getting trainings and sessions on Python, Tableau, R, learned a little bit of language. Then I thought it's not my cup of tea. And lockdown was also like about to be implemented.
Mhm.
So online sessions, I have to take online sessions, and I did not find it that much interactive at that time. So have to leave it and continue working as a customer support. Then in 2022, I again thought like I should do something else. Then I started doing manual testing. Then again, same thing happened.
Okay.
Then I thought I should do DevOps. I should choose DevOps, but it's too tough. If you can't be a like coder, then you cannot be a DevOps engineer. Then one good day, I was scrolling Instagram and found want to become a Scrum Master and found your post there.
Mm-hmm.
And I have read about Scrum Master when I was studying about manual testing.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a role titled as Scrum Master. He is the one who is coordinating. Then I got a little bit attracted to the role. Like this is the guy which I can be.
Mm-hmm.
So joined your demo sessions. I found it very interactive and I thought like this is the one which I can do easily. And for this role, I do not have to either code nor I have to learn IT things. Just I need to get to the basics, develop some work ethics in me, and follow the Scrum guide. That
All
was
right.
the first session when you told like there is one Scrum guide. This is the
Mhm.
Bible of Scrum, and everyone should go through it.
Super.
Then even before, sorry to interview, before you shared the Scrum guide, I downloaded it and gone through it before
Mhm.
like joining the session. Yeah,
Good, good, good to hear. So, just to summarize, I think you did your bachelor's in mechanical, right? Nothing to do with
right.
in 2014. Then you did your MBA as well in
MBA,
logistics,
yeah,
17. Then thought to start career XYZ, so many things, but finally you started in customer support. That was in some
correct.
company in 2017. And
Right.
after 6 years working in different companies in customer support, BPO, you started
Yeah,
in IT as a
correct.
Scrum Master,
Mm.
right?
As a Scrum Master.
So, what was, let's say, you already, I think, in the previous company where you're working, it's been something around 4 to 5 years in the same company you're working in the customer.
Correct.
So, what was the major challenge, major problem, or something that invokes that, oh no, I need to start, I need to look for a change, not in the BP or whatever I'm doing. I have to do something different, maybe in IT in some different role. What was that? Which,
Like after working for good 6 years in BPO, I found like BPO is not for not to create a good career.
okay,
If you want to become successful, want to get money, money is the first concern.
okay,
So I thought like I'm not I'm having 6 years of experience
mhm,
and getting peanuts, and I'm working around 10 hours every day, more than 10 hours excluding travel. And in IT, everyone was like still working from home and getting hybrid jobs, and I was going to office regularly. And I had an idea that in IT you got work-life balance as well as your salary is also handsome. So
super.
this was my main approach or like a main thought. I should get more salary and get a like work-life balance so that I can enjoy that money.
All right. So, like, just listening your journey from BPO to this, I think no one knows about it. So, when I was in my college, I was formed that I have to be in some business, right? So, one idea was to start a BPO for me. So, what I did, okay, so I need to learn the BPO process, how it works. So, my first full-time job was in a BPO, that too just for a month. So, there's a company called First Source. So, I just joined there that to understand how the process works, but somehow like I realized that it's too much depth, not possible to learn in a short time, and then I quit from there. So good to hear that finally you are able to. Now coming to this, I just said that you started first with data science, then you started
Correct.
working on the DevOps, testing as well, and then right. So while this journey, two three things you tried, what was the challenge you faced there, why you are not
Uh,
able to make it?
I started with data science and data engineering, where I was reading R and Python. That too from a reputed institution. I have paid an handsome amount.
Okay,
Your yeah, it was like in lakhs.
super. Okay. So
So
next, I should charge in the lakhs. That's my go on. Yeah.
so the first challenge I face is like someone is raising hand.
No,
Uh,
so we take the question at the end. You
sure
just
thing, Tony. So the first challenge I faced was that the sessions were too long and the transformation journey is more than a year.
okay.
I have to study those curriculum and syllabus for like a good 12, 13 months, and
Mm-hmm.
then and that to like more than 2 to 3 hours every day.
Okay.
If I miss out anything, then I have to start again and like go through the basics and keep practicing those things.
Mm-hmm.
Same for data engineering and same for DevOps.
Okay.
So as the transformation journey was too long, I got a little bit like deviated from the goal and
Mm-hmm.
unable to focus for like such a long thing, just like an SIP. Everyone wants quick returns.
Right.
So I wanted something which I can do very quickly. That's why I chosen manual testing. But again, I was able to do learn things from manual testing. But again, the salary was not that much great initially.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously,
Okay.
like we have to work on a grassroots level if we
Mm-hmm.
join as a manual tester, and if we join
Mm-hmm.
as a Scrum Master, we start working from middle level management.
Right. Okay, good. So finally, these were the challenges you faced in your previous thing, whatever you wanted to start, and finally you decide,
Correct.
okay, this is something for me. So career change, it's not a easy decision. It's for anyone, especially when you are in a big company. Although salaries here and there, whatever it is, but in a big company, that to around 4, 5, 6 years, right? You
Correct.
can see yourself maybe a growth as well, and somewhere now you have to start a differently. It's not easy decision. So when you made this decision, what was the thought process? What was the challenge? What if something like that? The thought process on that.
There were a lot of things like which I have to leave behind before switching, because the seniority was also there. I
Mhm.
have like easily like I have seen opportunities flying right and left, and I have like left those opportunities. I did not take any opportunity. I got more than a couple of opportunity to get promoted in those 4 years, but I
Mhm.
haven't taken that because I knew if I took I take these opportunities, I would not be able to transform my career. That was sure that I want to transform, but it wasn't sure like to which domain I want to transform or
Okay.
I want to switch. So yes, I have like it's been a like hard tough decision to stay to the same post and then like dig around to search the right option for me.
All right. So when you started the training with me, like for the Scrum Master, how
Hmm.
confident you were that yes, now this is something I have started, I'm going to start and I will make it. Because previous to this, you already tried 3, 4 things, you paid
Correct.
lakhs of fee as well, and somehow you're not able to do whatever is the reason. So what was your confidence level? What was your thought in that time?
Uh, Initially my mindset was like I have already spent a lot of money in trying new things,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought like the way you conducted initial sessions,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like very informative. So I got the confidence like I have never like taken such sessions
Mm-hmm.
before. I have taken more than 100 sessions before like joining Scrum. So I knew like the guy who is like taking those sessions has some potential. So I saw potential in you, and the way you were like taking counter questions and answering those questions with confidence,
Mm-hmm.
that have like given me the confidence to start my journey and like enroll into the Scrum Master batch.
All right, superb. So now, like all this is the background. Let's start with the training itself. The day you enroll in the training program, certainly the aim
Hmm.
was I have to get a job, and to get a job, the next thing is what to giving the interview. So to get the first offer letter, how many interview you have given?
That was my third interview.
Mhm.
And after third interview, I got offer letter in my next two interviews, like third, fourth, and fifth.
So third interview, you got offer letter, or
Correct.
fifth interview, how it was? Third of
Uh, Pardon?
it was your third interview in which you got offer letter, or it was fifth?
It was my third interview, in which I got offer letter. Then I got another offer letter in fourth interview.
Okay.
Then I took like fifth interview as well.
Okay.
And about to get the offer letter, I have submitted my documents to get the offer letter.
Mhm.
But like I like a little bit did something and haven't taken the offer letter. I
Okay,
denied
so
them.
all
Like
right.
I am not
So
interested.
currently, where you are working, it's the fourth interview, not the third one, right? The
Correct.
first one
It's
you
the
got.
fourth one. Yeah, I compared third and fourth, then chosen the
Okay.
fourth one.
All right. Okay. So, like after multiple iteration of, let's say, something trying for data science, DevOps, manual, paying a lot of things, and finally the day when you got your offer letter in this journey. So, how was the feeling on that time, that
I
moment?
thought I thought the journey like which I've like traveled. I would like to tell something in Hindi. I thought literally thought tapasya puri hui.
Tapasya Puri, right? So I would say it's a message for everyone. Like we do a lot of effort, we keep on trying, but it's there is a saying, who is going to lose? Only the people who are going to quit. So if you are in the race, certainly there may be here and there time. It will be, there will be your time as well. So just you need to be in the race, and goal you will able to achieve certainly. All right, superb. So good to hear. Now let's say you got the offer letter and you started working. So uh, when you started working, I think it's been
Mhm.
2 months in this current company. How much time it's
Correct.
been?
3 months.
3 months. So whatever was your mindset earlier, that okay, work-life balance, IT is good, pay-wise it's doing going to be too good here and there, right? So that thought process and whatever you are getting, it's matching or how it is?
It is like totally matching. This is the kind of job I was like looking for
Mm-hmm.
like more than half a decade.
Mm-hmm.
And currently, I am sharing the truth. As a Scrum Master, I only work for like around 3 or 3.5 hours in a day,
Okay.
and no one is there to track because I am tracking other people's and like other developers hours. And literally like if I only work as a Scrum Master for get doing like work for one post, then I need to work only 3 or 3.5 hours. And apart from Scrum Master, like I am working as an acting BA and acting PO.
Mm-hmm.
So that is like even if I like include those working hours, so I am working like around 5.5 or 6 hours a day. Earlier I was working 10.
All right. So, in fact, I would say if anyone who's working for 5 hours out of 8 hours, it's a productive hours, 5 hours. It's a great number. Okay. So, again, somehow it works in the BPO different industry that, again, you are on the field, you are on the ground, you have to be on the call. But IT, that's how it works. All right. So, now next question is now, as it's been 2 months for you in the job,
Mhm.
so how, like, what challenges you faced coming from mechanical degree, coming from BPO process job to the Scrum Master? What challenges you faced in this journey?
So if I talk about challenges, what I faced was as of now none. But yes, the jargons of IT industry.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like it was a great move by you. So you shared a list of IT jargons. So I
Mm-hmm.
have gone through it and learned like what those jargon means and what's the definitions and all and how it is. I dig down a little bit those jargons and found out a little bit more, a few
Okay.
more. So gone through that, and yes, I was expected to work from the day one.
Okay.
Like there was no training for either for a day or two. I was just like I went to the office and they said these are the projects, please go through our Jira
Mm-hmm.
and take the charge.
All right.
And
So,
I just downloaded everything to my mind in half an hour or two.
mm-hmm.
It initially took a little bit of time some to get some templates, how a DSM works, because I haven't taken any DSM uh, like before joining.
Okay.
So I just called you like you know everything. I have called you many a time, sir.
Mm-hmm.
What to do? Tell me how to take DSM. What's the template?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All right, good. So, yeah, so as you said that certainly that coming from a different background, understanding and going with that same terminology, whatever is used in the IT, it was something that you have to gone through, and templates and the keywords provided, you just worked on it. And
correct.
certainly it's been a transition from a different field altogether. So yes, it's not like a cakewalk, but someone who is persistent and committed, it's not difficult. Certainly, it can be done. Okay. So now coming to the next set of question is how much time it took for you the day you enroll, you complete the training, and you got your first offer letter. How much time it took for you?
49 days, like less than 50 days, and in
Okay.
which like after completing the Scrum training, I have taken a break for like a good 14 days, like 2 weeks break.
Okay. I think there was some health issue because of that you took or something.
Actually, I got like I thought I have done a lot,
Okay. So
and
time to
yeah,
relax.
time to relax. Then I relaxed,
Okay.
went on a vacation for
Okay.
1 or 2 weeks, 10 days, and
Okay.
then came back and started like applying to like 50 jobs every day on Naukri,
Mm-hmm.
and preparing for interviews.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And like within like 1 or 2 weeks, I got the first offer letter.
All right. So now, as you have already crossed this journey, like you're working as a Scrum Master, what do you think that anyone who is not from this IT background, how much time is good enough for anyone to start and get a job as a Scrum Master?
As a Scrum Master, from day one, if we count day one of the training, then it would take around 30 to 45 days at least.
Okay.
Uh, yeah,
Very interesting. Okay.
cause we have the sessions for like around 3 to 4 weeks of Scrum.
Right.
Like if we include the questionnaires and question sessions as well, ask me anything
Mm-hmm.
sessions. So if we include those, if we have doubts and all, then it will take around 30 to 45 days. And apart from this, I would say, if you work rigorously and do whatever Jitendra says, then it will take around 1 month to like 5 to 6 weeks, not more than that. Because I started getting calls in my like second or third week, right
Okay.
after uploading the CV and optimizing my Naukri profile.
All right. So again, how I judge this number is, in spite of number of days, my way is to judge in the number of interview. And my experience with all the students, it's average it takes 5 interview. So anyone who start the journey, so the your focus would be that how I can give 5 interview, or let's say first interview, second interview, go interview by interview, and certainly it will happen. All right. So the next and the last question. So, what is your message to the aspiring Scrum Master? We have a lot of people who are already like the journey what you have crossed. They are in that journey. So, what is your message? What they should do to make this journey faster?
I believe this question has been answered by you already, but I would like to repeat it again. Do not judge yourself, do not judge the curriculum, just stick to your basics and work ethics, and you will conquer it.
All right, super. So
And
next,
work ethics are uh, attending classes daily,
okay.
be in touch with your studies,
Mhm,
and update your Naukri profile every day twice, in the morning before first half and
mhm.
after lunch.
Okay. All right. Super. Thank you. So next, I'll be taking 2, 3 questions like for the Jayank, and then after, as I said, today it's going to be double dhamal. So we have one more person who has also gone through the similar journey. We'll interview him as well. So whatever you have question, you can put your questions in the Q&A. Okay. So I can see one question from Tony. What is the salary package he is getting? So yeah, unfortunately, we cannot reveal the numbers, but yes, hike-wise, how much percentage you got that you can certainly mention, Jan.
Yeah, it's 130%.
130%. So whatever you are getting, more than double, right? So that is
Yeah,
what you are.
more than double. Correct.
Okay. All right. So yes, anyone else having any questions, you can put your questions in the Q&A. So how this session is designed, the today's session. So first, like I interviewed Jayank, then I'm going to introduce one more person, and then we'll have a maybe a good, quite a good number of question and answers. So that is something we'll be taking later on. Okay. So yes, Resma question is which location it is?
It's NCR.
NCR, Delhi NCR you are in. Okay.
Mhm.
So, okay. So, Mothesh Nivas. Okay. After Accenture, what is your current company name? So, again, now this is something on the recorded line, so we cannot reveal the company name. But yes, you
The
have
domain
connect.
is aviation.
Yeah, he's in aviation domain, but yes, you can connect with him. So, certainly you can do it. Connect. Okay. So, what Scrum certification you did? So, before you join the company, so did you did any certification earlier?
No, I haven't done any certification till now.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, all right. So again, it's all message for everyone who just feel that, okay, let me do a certification, then I can get a job. So it's not about certification, it's all about how confident you are, how confidently you are presenting yourself. Certifications already, I would say it's good to have, but it's not like without this, I cannot do. Okay. And what do you feel being a chat agent, then becoming a Scrum Master? It is from one of your friend, right?
Yeah,
Yes, go on.
correct. So,
Yes.
uh, I would say like earlier, like I was feeling very like I was not feeling that I have any responsibilities as a chat agent. I
Uh-huh.
was going to office, wasting my good 10 hours every day, eating
Okay.
food and coming back to home. Now
Mm,
I feel a sense of responsibility because I have around a couple of teams to take care. Now I
mm,
am a little bit more responsible, taking care of team, taking care of myself as well, ensuring I am not missing the office any day.
mhm.
And this also like I need to mention because there are a lot of impediments, and in real world everyone will get those impediments and those blockers.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay. Thank you. And I will take the last question. And the last question is okay, okay. Okay, so Amit, question is any challenge that you face on the ground coming from non-IT background on your initial days?
Yeah, initial days, I would say I was not able to gauge what jargons they were like using, but I have gone through those jargons which are provided by Jitendra in training days.
Mm-hmm.
So it was not that much difficult, but yes, everything cannot be covered because there are a lot of fields in IT and a lot of technologies on which we work. So you need to go through these jargons and get a high level understanding of those things. It's still I would say if I even work for good 2 3 years, then also like I would be like
Mm-hmm.
new to those jargons, and everyone would be new. Like if it's whether it's a developer or like a Scrum Master or a PO, they would be like new to new technology. So you need to upgrade yourself every time.
All right, superb. So thank you, Jayank, for being here. So again, we'll come back to you after maybe around 20, 30 minutes. Be here. So, and then again, we'll have an open question. Okay. So I'm
Sure.
just making you now as a panelist to attendee, and then we'll start with someone else. And 1 second. Okay. All right. All right. So I just said today's session is going to be something double dhabal. All right. So why I said, so normally I take this session, I invite only for those people for interview. I took interview only for those people who are in not from IT background. Today, first time I'm going to interview someone to have success story of the person who is from IT background. All right. And normally when you're in IT background, you also have a mental something, that belief. Okay, so I am from development, I am from, let's say, support background. Again, how I can start my journey as Scrum Master. And most of the people do face one challenge. My notice period is of 3 months. How I can make it? Right? So many people have this problem. So now let's start with someone. I'm going to invite here someone who is from IT background, not from development, not from testing, from support perspective. And he also has a gut feel that, okay, now I want to make transition in this job role as a Scrum Master. He did. And with flying colors. Why I'm saying flying colors? Because he was someone who was able to get 5 offer letters, right? So many of you are struggling here, not getting calls, when it will happen, and someone who is able to get how many offer letters? Five. So let's hear from him itself, and let me, okay, yes, all right. So here we go. All right. So Dinesh, you're here. You can turn on your camera.
Yeah, Jitendra. Yeah, just
Hey, hi, Dinesh. How
get
are you
ahead.
doing today?
Hi, good evening. Yeah, all good.
All
Thank you, Jitendra. How are you?
I'm doing great too. Thank you. So before I start interviewing you and session with you, let me tell one thing. So Dinesh is something a very special student for me, and I would say so special that he also don't know what I'm going to talk about. So right now we have so many attendees who are attending this session, and everyone, I would say not everyone, but 90% of people have joined my program by watching my attending my webinar. Right. So 1 day, 2 day, 3 day webinar you have attended. And Dinesh also don't know he was the first one to pay in the webinar, right? So I am in the training field from last around 6 7 year, different mode I was getting student. But when I started going through the webinar model, so you were the first to make payment and you started. So again, thank you for trusting. You are the one
Hmm.
from where I started my journey. All right, so let's come back to you. So tell us something about your background, so about your experience, what you have done in your past. Go on.
Sure. So myself, I have been like in IT field for about 12 years. I have 12 years of IT experience,
Mhm.
but I was completely into support domain. So I started my career as a desktop support. Then I moved into server management, network support kind of role. Then later into infrastructure management, was kind of like I was in the background itself. My complete IT work itself was in a background role. There was some little transformations during this 12 years of period. I can say that from junior level, I went until team lead kind of role. But however, if you are not into a better position or not into a better role, you know that the package and the payrolls and the kind of uh, treatment you get it from the team and the organization as a whole is completely different. So for me, that was the frustration point. Even after 12 years of experience, I was not into the level I should be. I was looking for all the options. So as a whole, as you said, yeah, I trusted you because more than that, I would say that it was my uh, like a good decision which I took after joining your sessions and joining your classes here. I was searching for the Scrum Master training from last August somewhere. Before that, I did DevOps training. I was doing Azure infrastructure training. So all those trainings I was doing, but not in a full-fledged concentrated manner. It was like bits and pieces. I was not confident enough. I was not having clear information how this career path would be and what kind of changes I can expect in the career future. So I was then looking for like my interest was more into management. I wanted to go into management, and I was like whenever I go and get suggestions from like the people who are already in the management roles, it would be kind of like they have to go from the scratch. So you have to start as a developer, then you gain the technical knowledge, then you become a manager. That was the kind of suggestions I was getting. So then only I got one info that without having technical knowledge, you can still be in a management role, which is kind of a Scrum Master role, which you can search it out. Then I searched for it. I got lots of training institutes, inquiries, and all these things. One small thing, your thing, I got it from FB, Facebook. Uh, just a small advertisement was there. I joined the webinar. I just registered for the webinar. I joined the webinar. The way you delivered, the way you gave the small information about Scrum Master, kind of just instantly. It was the first session which I joined for a Scrum Master thing, and it was so impressive. I got so good about it, and I got a very big confidence that okay, this is something which I can do it. So I just instantly joined to your class.
All right. So thank you. So next question. So as you said, you already tried, like you're in the support from since long 12 years, right? And I think you answered my question already that why not support you wanted to continue. Maybe certainly the number, one thing. Second is the respect. Sometimes it happens many of the companies that when you are in support, IT support, you are look after in a different way. Means the main person are who the developers or the people who are in the delivery. Support means
Yes.
okay, any problem you go to them. Okay, that was the reason. But why Scrum Master? You already said that you wanted to again you did training program for the Azure and something other as well, right? Then why
Mhm.
Scrum Master? Why not that you continued?
Yeah, that's what I think I have answered that as well. So I was focusing more onto the management role. So
Mhm.
I wanted to go in a somewhere where I can have ideas and providing infos to the or managing a company's part. I even if I can say that in my life, I even tried some businesses in the sideways where I can start out a business and do things. So
Mhm.
it was all going side by side, but I didn't had a clear pathway, which is not giving me complete info on how I can proceed further. While being in the like the support line, I think to go into a management kind, it will not go into again. You will not be a manager part, or you will not be someone who can monitor and take track of it. It would be kind of again instead of working 10 hours or 12 hours shift basis work, you will be only doing like you might work for a limited period, but you still do the groundwork. You'll not be into the next level of your career progression. So I have seen those members so who are like 18 plus years of experience, but still they are, even though their designation says like they are architect or they are someone who has gone through the ladder, but still they are not into the management role. They still do the groundwork. So I feel like we have to step up in a upgraded level. So I found lots of details and informations, and then found yeah, Scrum Master is kind of a suitable role for it.
All right, thank you. So, what when you started to think that okay, now I want to be a Scrum Master. So, what was the major challenge during before getting in the job, during the preparation? What was the major challenge you faced?
Uh, Definitely. So the Scrum Master role itself is for the development process. So mostly it is for the development. So I don't have the development background and I don't have technical ideas how the team work, what kind of environment it would be, what should be like what are the things I should be knowing in order to understand the Scrum Master role. So that
Mhm.
was kind of a initial struggle I had, but I think when we started to go in deep and you concentrate more about what you want to achieve, yeah, for sure you will start learning everything in time.
Okay. So as you said, you started first with that Azure and something different, and then you started learning Scrum, right? So
Mhm.
when you started this journey, how confident you were that now I have started something new and I will able to make it? How was your confidence level?
Frankly to say, as I said, yeah, from the day one of your workshop, I would say that. So that short 1 hour of session, 2 hours of session, which gave me the idea like what actually is Scrum principles, Agile principles. That was like very direct to the point. That was very informative, very simple, and easy to grasp for me. From my point of view, it was very easy for me to take up further. So I thought, okay, the overview is so good, I can deep dive into it and I can learn anything.
Mhm.
In a highly technical environment, I was able to manage and take it further. This is kind of yeah, we can do it. Yeah, that's very easy, good. So from that day one itself, I started to make up my mind that yeah, this is my field and I have to take this.
All right, good. And when you started giving interviews, so there was a time you enrolled in the training, something around 1 month we did the training. Then after you started giving interview, so it was interview number X in which you got your offer letter. What was that interview number? First offer letter when you
I
got.
would say fourth interview. So
Fourth
I gave
interview.
first three. Yeah, first three was kind of like I did not get any much feedback, or one they gave me a negative feedback. It was not good.
Mhm.
Fourth one, I got the offer.
Offer letter. And how was the first interview? Because coming from it, although in the IT, but again from support, not from the development, not being in the agile environments. How was your first interview?
I would say that the first interview was kind of good for me. I thought it was a like it might go good. I thought, but I think like when you give interviews when you're not in a same background and you try to give interviews, right? So yeah, as you said, the jargons which we use and the terminologies. Even though I tried and I studied and found out some words and try to like manipulate all those answers, anyways, somewhere they will try. They know that they know who the right candidate is. So anyways, the person who is going to interview, they know that yeah, this is the level of speech you will be getting from the people who are actually into it
Yeah.
and who are actually learning. So yeah, from the first two interviews, I found that I even though I gave a good interview session, but it was not a good feedback from them. So yeah, then only I started to go deep more into getting more details on this. What all the things do we learn?
Right. So it's like your first interview, you realize that maybe where I'm lacking, maybe I need to go deeper in the concept. I need to add
Mhm.
practical aspect of the answers
Exactly.
in the detailed way, right? And
Correct.
that's what
Correct.
I always say, that your actual preparation start not from the day you enrolled in the training, from the day you give your first interview. That will be a real encounter where you stand exactly on the ground. Okay.
Definitely. That's the true one. Yes. Yes.
Right. So now, how many offer letters you got before you joined the current company where you're working? So how many offer letters you got? Question number one. Second, percentage wise, how much hike you got?
Okay. Yeah. In the start of the session itself, you said that I got five. Actually, no, I got about seven offers totally.
Seven.
Uh,
Superb.
yeah,
Superb. Much more than what I said.
seven offers in total. But like I was like having lots of confusion. I think I had so much conversation with you to make a decision that which to choose and what could be the kind of exposure I might get after joining and all. So there was lots of confusion going on. So I started my journey by December 22. Then Jan month, I was kind of a little bit engaged with my official work and as well as personal. I did not much concentrate. So at the end of December, we wrapped up the coaching classes, but that's done. Training sessions are done. Then Jan, I was not much concentrative. From Feb first week only, I started to look for job interviews.
Hmm.
And by March mid, I got my first offer letter. So within like before 45 days, I was able to get my first offer. That is like I got the confirmation. The offer letter was at the end of the March actually.
Okay. All right.
And yeah,
Hike
yeah,
wise,
good.
how many, how much
Okay.
percent?
The first offer letter which I got was around 40% hike from my current sal. And I kept on giving many interviews and in terms of numbers, I would say I've given around 45 interviews, companies totally. Uh, from like so in terms of like what you said for my introduction, I had long notice period, 90 days of notice period. So after getting my first offer letter only, I put on my papers with my previous company, and then again I started giving more and more interviews for those 90 days period. So in those 90 days period, I was attending around 45, near to close to 45 companies.
Mhm.
And in that I maybe I would have gone for further, but yeah, in those itself I've got like seven plus offers, and I didn't. There were three more companies who were ready to give me offer. I was already in confusion, so I didn't wanted to take those things any further. Anyways, from those seven, the final offer which I have joined is having around 120 percentage hike.
120% hike. So wherever you're working means double salary, whatever you are getting right now, more than
Yeah,
double.
more than double. Yeah, correct, correct.
So now again, I would say it's a message for everyone. So always I say that don't stop your journey of interview. So first of all, so many people that I have notice period of 3 months, how I will able to do it. There's a way. I have set the formula, apply the formula. That's for everyone. First thing. And second,
Really true, Jitendra. To just add, yeah, all your formulas really worked. It completely worked from day one of my interview, from the Naukri profile update, my resume update, and the way I have to communicate with the HRs, and the interviews I have to give it to like which level of panel and what kind of interviews I have to give them, what kind of answers I have to give them. That guidance was also good. And until even up till for the salary negotiation, all your discussions were so good. I applied all those things and it worked out like a charm. I think it is like that is the transformation I have got in my life so far.
super, thank you. And yes, another message for everyone. So, like as Dinesh mentioned, he got first offer letter in fourth interview, right? And got around 40% hike. So now from fourth interview to giving 45 means 40 more interview. It's not easy job for everyone. That too when you're a full-time job, right? So so it's all about the hunger, how much hunger you are having to know that I have to go on the next level. So keep on giving interview, keep on giving interview. Two things happens. First of all, certainly number will increase, and the most important is the number of more offer letter you're going to get. It will add value to your knowledge and confidence that hey, whatever I got right now, it's not a fluke that someone that just being kind that they have given me offer letter. I have knowledge, I am competent enough that I am able to crack this. So good to hear, Dinesh. Now the last question. So as you have already been in this journey, and I think around 8 9 months right on the
Mhm.
ground, so what is
Yeah.
your message to aspiring Scrum Master who are here listening to you? So how they can make this journey faster?
I would not say faster. I would say that consistency is the key here. So you have to keep working out from your interview preparations and resume updates in the Naukri profile, and try to learn new things. Not to confuse yourself with learning lots of things. I would say just go with the basics. The materials of Jitendra, it's really helpful. Those will be covering up at least like 80 to 85 percentage of it. The rest 15% you just need to scrap around the internet and get those infos and add those into your values, and try to like maybe add some gimmicks into those things, and you'll be able to excel. That's the formula. I have followed it, and I think I'm doing really good on that.
All right, thank you. So yes, so that's all from my side question for Dinesh. And now we're going to have a jam session here. Jam session means any question anyone having, you can post your question in the Q&A. And first two questions I will ask to Dinesh, and then we'll have here Jayank as well. And then we'll see what kind of questions it is accordingly. Anyone will answer. So yep, suit up what questions you do have here. So I can see one question from Sanjay. Dinesh, you told you gave 45 interviews. So did you get these interviews by applying to jobs or companies called you without applying the job? So how it was?
Both ways. So in Naukri, as Jayank was specifying, and also Jitendra's suggestion is that we have to update our profile every day basis. So I do that morning when I wake up. I just open Naukri, go to my profile, do some edit, save it. So I make sure that the my profile is updated on daily basis.
Mhm.
Then I apply at least 20 to 30 jobs per day basis. So by searching Scrum Master as the and also not I didn't had any location constraint. So Scrum Master, any job anywhere in India, I just apply for all those things. So at least 30 to 50 jobs per day I apply. Per day it was coming around like whenever I search it, I get thousands of jobs. I just apply all these jobs, whichever is coming up, and both the ways. I even my profile which said like even though my notice period is 90, and Jitendra's suggestion was like not to put 90 days notice. You have to put a notice period after like 15 20 days later. So serving notice period and updating as a 20 days later. Because of that as well, I started getting calls from various companies. So they were asking me my last joining date, and they were asking whether we can schedule an interview and all those things. So both the ways it work out. You have to be consistent in the profiles, updating the profile.
All right. So next question is from Puspa. Job location, please. I think it's Chennai, right?
Chennai. Yeah, I
Chennai.
am in Chennai. Yeah.
Okay. And the next question is from Tony. So in line with 45 interviews call questions, is it online interview or offline? How it was? Those interview what you have given.
Okay, out of 45, I would say, well, 45 is just number, I would say 40 plus. So in that, only two were offline. Other all the rest of interviews completely, all the rounds were online. Even those two, first couple of rounds was kind of online virtual interview, and only the last management round they wanted to see me because they just want to. I
Um,
I like
yeah.
I met them and had an interview.
Okay. All right. Okay, so that's all from my side now. Jayan, you can also come on camera, and then we'll
Sure
have
thing.
an open session here with everyone. All right. So anyone having any question, you can post your questions. So again, I can see the next question is from Sachin, okay, so how did you manage if the Scrum team is missing the sprint goal? So again, any this kind of questions, what is Scrum, Scrum value, the interview questions we are not going to take. This session is all about your transformation. So anywhere you stuck, anywhere you feel that, okay, no, I need this information, what I can do, the intent is this. Because anyway, this kind of questions, I'll be taking it separately. Okay. So yeah, so anyone having any question, or in fact, if you want to speak, you can raise your hand also. One or two people I will again give option to ask your question. So 45 minus 7 is equal to 38. Why you lose those 38 interviews, anonymous attendee? So my take is, does it matter how much you have lost? What matter is whatever is your goal, you are able to achieve it or not, right? So again, think for it that what is something that you are looking for, and again aim for it. Win lose, it will keep on happening, but your goal should be to get whatever you want. Okay. So yes, how many rounds are on average? So like when you give an interview in any company, so on in general, how many round happen? So Jayank, you can go on first, your
Sure
experience.
thing. As per my views and experience, initially there is we cannot say that round cause it's a general information which they want to take from you is a screening round. Before screening, they want to check if your profile matches or not. So a discussion initially goes, then a non-tech round in which they gauge your experience, what do you know about Scrum, and the final round, which is a little bit techy round, but in technical round, they ask scenario-based questions. That's all. Then salary discussion.
Okay. Dinesh, you are much more super senior, like number of interviews you have given. So what is your experience? How many round in general it happens?
Yeah, basically that's the maximum. So minimum is three. 2 to 3 is the kind. So you will have one round of basic level. Maybe it will be a junior kind. Another round would be mid senior, and final would be a management round. And after that, it's an HR session.
All right. So normally two rounds it happens. So let's say first HR is calling, then after first round, then the second round. And some companies will have third round also. Otherwise, normally after second round, it will be direct HR discussion. That too, it's not
Yeah.
selection and rejection, it's just the numbers which matters there. Okay. So in line, okay. Okay, so how you see your future after 1 2 year in Scrum Master role in company hierarchy? So Dinesh, you can take this question. It's I think been around 9 months for you. So yeah, go on.
Yeah, 9 months of Scrum Master journey, I would say. But I'm working for past 5 months in this company. I joined this company by July. So right now I'm managing 4 teams, 4 Scrum teams to say, and I'm actually to say like I joined in as a manager itself. My designation is manager engineering.
Mhm.
Uh, More than Scrum role, I'm right now doing agile coach kind of work.
Mhm.
So my work is more of mentoring sessions. I have to make sure that they are updating. And in terms of like thinking about the future, I think in the start itself, I have a great point here that the management itself is asking me to take a role of technical project process manager kind of role, where you can drive the whole company into agile transformation. So the company which I joined in is kind of fresh into agile, and they just have three to four agile teams, like Scrum teams, and they
Mhm.
want the transformation to happen for the whole company, and they want me to take in charge of it. So it's kind of like complete learning curve for me. So technical process manager is the next level, and in sense, if we keep going, we can have agile coach would be the next transformation. And if you want, if in case they safe and those methodologies are followed, you will be into release train engineer. Those kind of stream is the career path for me.
Okay. All right. Good. So next question is here. So again, this is question from Dinesh itself. So it is from Ilan. So hello, Dinesh ji. I am also from infra support background. May I know how to manage our confidence to impress the interviewer without giving up?
Ah, okay, I think the answer is already there. So yeah, you should not give up. That's the motto here. So even though you are in infra background, you need not think that you're like inferior to some other team, or you're somewhere not qualified for this role. That is no point. It is you need to think like you have to remove those things from your mind completely.
Mhm.
You should have a complete confidence that first of all you have to believe yourself that yeah, you can do it in this, and then you have to start acquiring little bit knowledge. Yeah, Jitendra is always there to guide you here. He will be giving you whatever the information Jitendra is giving you, just blindly follow it. I think in that way itself 90% you will par it, and then you have to put little bit effort. That those 10% of effort is something going to make you successful. Yeah, so um, when transforming from non like infra, you just need to forget that infra part. Maybe what I can say is you can use those. Oh, frankly, in my interviews, I was using the same team itself, whom I was working with. I was saying that the team members who I have, I was using those examples into development team, just
Mhm.
imagining it, using those team members, saying that these are the developers, these are the testers, and what you will do. So I will imagine everything in those scenarios, like just replace the infra with development. That's it. So whatever the actions or whatever the idea I take it during my current role, I just use it in the development team. That's it. So yeah, you can still do it, but you just need to find the correct point and still work on it.
All right. So again, that is the best way to do the preparation. So because you're already in some atmosphere, the best practice is again try to relate with this. Again, imagine that you are not in a different job role. You're already working as a Scrum Master. So in this way, you'll able to prepare yourself in a better way, having much more synergy. So there, that certainly is a good point. Next question is for Jayank. So, hi Jayank, it's from Sri Lakshmi. As you are from non-IT background, how you started preparing for an interview? Could you please suggest some tips? So, I think we discussed this question earlier, but just two, three pointers you can give, Jayank, on this.
Sure thing. I started going through Scrum Guide to begin with, noting down what are the artifacts, what all things we do have, what are ceremonies or Scrum events we have. Then going through interview mastery in LMS portal. Then listening to the interview recordings which were recorded by Jitendra, and practicing them. Like you need to listen to Jitendra's answer first when any interviewer asks him any question, then rewind it. Then when the interviewer asks the question, pause it there, and then you act as Jitendra or the attendee and answer those questions. This would be the trick which would definitely work.
All right. So the next one is from Aryan. How you keep yourself motivated both while doing the job search on that time and now after getting the job? So Dinesh, you can take this question.
Yeah, keeping motivated to while searching job. Yeah, that's the your goal is to get a job. So that's the path. So you are defined with that aim, and you start working towards it. So in order to get the job, what are the things you have to do? What are the studies you have to take, and how much effort you have to put? That's the goal, and you start focusing on that, and that will keep you motivated for sure. And after getting a job, you have to start learning again. So you are kind of like a new scrum master, and the company believes that you will be able to give the like what is they expected from you. That is where they hired you. So you have to showcase that yeah, I have to learn more and give my best in order to sustain and move further in my career ladder. So um, both the ways, it is like you have to get the job, is something going to give you or drive you in this job attaining role, and after getting the job you have to make sure that you are delivering what is the company's expectation, and that will make you to go it in a positive way.
Yep. So it's all about having your goals, how much strong, how much you are committed to your goals. So certainly when you are in job search. So again, failure is part of life. You give one interview, selected, rejected, trying to call to the HR, they're not responding. What happened? You feel that you are done. But again, you're not listening from any reward from them. But still, The intent is to get the job no matter what. So certainly your goal that yes, I have to make it, it drives to take much more action. Okay, thank you. So next question is for Jayank. So this is from Visal. Hi Jayank, how did you justify your experience as a scrum master being from non-IT background? Please take up this question. Yep, go on with.
Sure. Vishal, just to answer this question, as I was not from IT background. I have gone through IT blueprint session in LMS to get the gist like how a IT project work. And after that, I have prepared a few projects of myself. I thought as a like a product owner, as a scrum master, as a developer, as a like I just did a role play with myself and gone through like online material, searched on YouTube, searched on Google, like how IT projects are being run, and then prepared my script. But the skeleton would be you can find the skeleton in IT blueprint session.
Okay, all right. So next question is for Jayank itself from Liladhar Rathi. So I would like to ask Jayank, how much time did he take for the interview after taking the course? Did he take the interview during the course or did it take him some time? How it was?
There's a story behind this. I got my first interview call in the second week itself because I took the first class which was there for interview mastery.
Mhm.
There was a CV session going on when I joined the class, and I prepared my CV before even joining the Scrum batch. I
Okay,
started in middle of the batch.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. So
So in the second week, like I did it. I took the first interview in during the batch.
okay, all right. So next question is Dinesh, I think you can take this question. And the question is while working, it's from Mothe. So while working as Scrum Master, have you thought of upskilling with any other things which can help you in the SM role? Dinesh.
Yeah, definitely. So I would say that, yeah, product owner kind of role, that would be the next level if you want to make transformation. It is kind of a individual's decision. So there is like every role has its own responsibility, and as an SM, and you have a specific to drive the team towards the increment, and then that's the work which we are doing it as an SM. But if you want to take it as a product owner, that would be a other role which is also into Scrum, and you can take that role. And as I said, my career path, I have made one pattern, like one path right now. I'm focusing towards the current management expectations. I am focusing towards that. So as a process manager, where I can drive the whole company towards agile transformation. So that is the expectation from me, and also it is kind of an interest which I was looking forward, and also it is an opportunity I have got. So I would be very thankful to take it and go it further. So yeah, once you start to work on as a SM, you know that okay, this is what is the path I have been given, or the role I have been given. Either I can do the same role again and again, no issues. You can there will not be any issue. As Jang was saying, yeah, there will not be any reportees to you. You'll not be like you need not monitor anyone completely as a manager kind. You should need not give reports to someone. Even though there may be like as a Scrum reports, it would be there, sprint reports and all will be there. Not to give them. Even to say I don't have anyone as a manager. There is one person who don't even know that I exist. So I just do my work. I come back and I give my status calls and everything, but he is not least worried. He is not even worried that whether I'm in leave or I'm in office. So it's kind of like my role is very clear. No one is monitoring me. It is very fine. But in terms of career path, yeah, this is what is expected from me, and I'm focused, and that's also my kind of interest. So I'm just focused on that.
Right. So again, a very good point you brought up, and Jayank also said earlier. So certainly, if we talk about work-life balance, there's no any job exist compared to Scrum Master, which is going to give you work-life balance. and you have both the option. If you want to be just live a comfortable life in the same job, you can continue the time you want. That is option number one. Option number two, this job is something which triggers multiple dimension. If you're someone want to go for, let's say, a release train engineer, if in your org there is a safe, or you want to go for agile coach, that's another option. You have to upskill to go there. And second, certainly one natural transition is for product owner or product management, which is again a very good option and good paying option as well. So totally depends on person interest. My encouragement is always to keep on learning. Although you are in the same company, you are going to be continued, but doesn't matter. Upskilling and knowledge is something that it should not stop, because you do not know when it will require. So when it requires, you should be having enough content that you can deliver and you can go on the next level. All right. So next question is from Suvendra. Can we apply with 5 year experience to start with? So Suvendra, I would say 5 year is too much. Means certainly you can, but 2 to 3 years. 3 years is a good number. Someone not having the actual one, so go ahead with this training. You can certainly put on at least around 3 year of experience. That yes, I do have, and it will be good enough to start with. So Dinesh, how much experience you saw on that? How much experience you do have?
Yeah, of the total 12 plus of IT experience, I showed 3 plus as a Scrum Master.
Oh,
So the previous company which I worked was 3 plus. So those experience I just directly showed as a Scrum Master, even though it was not Scrum Master role. I
yep,
was
yep.
like, as I said, I was imagining and answering
Imagine.
those and giving it.
Jank, what about you? How much experience you saw as SM?
4 years of experience
Mhm.
as SM, in which I mentioned like initially I was getting trained and getting internal assessments, clearing internal assessment for 6 months, so around 3.5 years of experience.
Okay. All right. So we'll take the last two questions here. And okay. Let me check something I can see here. Okay. So one question is from Mothi. So what is the toughest challenge in the initial days of transition as SM? I think this question was answered already earlier. So coming from different background and having the terminology, whatever, you need to make yourself comfortable. That is what is required. And there's a long question from Tony here. So, what is the criteria of company to select you as SM? Do they look for little of same field domain knowledge? And second question, only practicing on interview for how to reply is required, or various tools, hands-on knowledge like Jira is required. So, long question to cut it short. First of all, domain knowledge. That is what the essence of your first question, first part of your question.
Hmm.
So, domain knowledge is something I would say it's not mandatory or not much required at all for the Scrum Master. If you're someone applying for BA or the PO, much more than PO in the BA, it's required to have a good domain knowledge. PO, yes, till certain extent, it's required. For SM, it's not about the domain, it's about the process. What are your interpersonal skills? How confidently you are presenting yourself is what needed. And about that question part, for the preparation, certainly the major aspect is about Scrum thing. You need to know about each and everything. Practical aspect, Jira tool, every interview, at least one or two questions they will be asking. And normally these questions are decision maker, because you are going to portray yourself that you are working as a Scrum Master and must be using any tool, not only Jira or any tool. So if a simple question is asked, if you do not have any background on it, you will be out, right? So certainly having one tool knowledge is needed. It's a good. Okay, all right. So that's all for today. Okay, and I think Suvendra is something who has raised hand. Suvendra, you want to ask your question? Okay. So yep, Liladhar, in fact, if you want to speak, you can unmute yourself. 1 second. Okay, and Suvendra, I am unmuting you as well. You raised hand earlier. Yep, go on. So who will like to, you can unmute yourself, Liladhar or Suvend, and you can ask your question. Meanwhile, let me take any last question from here.
Hi, hi, Suvendra here. Jayank and Denis, congratulations for your jobs, new job. And
Thank you,
I
Suvendra.
just want, yeah, I just wanted because I have already enrolled and I am undergoing the classes with Jitendra. And sometimes some questions are coming to mind. What will the journey and how much time it will take for me to land a job, because I am in a total different domain I am working. And one thing I am coming I have already put my resume in Naukri. One thing I am seeing that suppose I am in business development sales actually field. So if I'll suppose crack any interview and they will ask me that you submit your salary slip and other things and designation wise. So how can I manage with that one actually? Like any particularly they will see that because I'm applying as Scrum Master, suddenly they will ask raise a question that you are working different salary slip you are having, and how can you justify with that your current role actually? So
So,
what
so
will be my
yeah,
answer?
yeah. I will take this question. So again, there's a way to do it. Maybe in detail, we'll talk about the hack of it, how to manage all these things in your session, maybe today itself. Okay. So there's a problem, there is a solution. Think from solution, you'll get the solution. So most of the people are here from similar background like yours. There's a way to do it. We'll talk about that. I think we have discussed also earlier in your session, but again, we'll take up this question later.
Sure, no problem.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. So now the last question is from Leeladhar. Let me take his question. Okay. So I would like to ask another question from Jang, that someone does not have much communication skill, but he is worthy of passing the interview. Can he do the job as Scrum Master? And to what extent can he do the job? How much is the role of communication in Scrum Master? So again, yep, Jang, you can go on and you can take this.
Yeah. Like if he's worthy of passing the interview, then he is definitely worthy of justifying the role as a Scrum Master. And definitely, communication is the key if you want to become a Scrum Master. So you need to like master the communication skills, and as you need to address, like your day begins with addressing that whole team. So this is the key. Communication must you should be a little good in communications.
So again, similar line, Leela. So if you are saying that you are able to manage the interview, then you are not having good, you're having very good communication. So if I'm taking an interview for someone who has to work on day-to-day basis on my company, so if I am selecting someone, certainly you can manage on the ground also. Nothing to worry on it. Okay. And the last question will be from Amit. Amit, you can unmute yourself and ask your questions. Go on.
Yeah, hi, Dinesh and Jane, congrats. So
Thanks,
just
Amit.
want to know, what are job portals did you refer, other than Naukri and LinkedIn, or does this paid service from Naukri help?
Just to answer your question, Amit, I only referred Naukri and that to the free version, not the paid.
Okay, and just the thing
Same,
what are certifications
myself.
like PSM, CSM, or SAFEs?
No certification as of now. Just the Scrum training from Skillantra and applied on Naukri.com. Nothing apart from this.
Okay, thank you. Dinesh?
Same from my end as well. Yeah, it's the same thing. So I did not go to any of the paid services. Even LinkedIn, I didn't. Frankly, to say, my previous company, all my friends were in LinkedIn, so I did not even update my LinkedIn because if I change there, it would be notifying to them. So I did not make any changes there. Naukri was the only source, and I didn't go for any of the paid services. And first three job offer letters, I got it without any certificate. So after getting job offers only, I started preparing for certification, and I got certified now just for my convenience. But it was not
And
a mandatory one.
Which
and
one?
just to add on it, yeah, please continue, Amit.
Yeah, which one you did? I just said, Dinesh.
I did PSM. So there's a slight difference between CSM and PSM. So I just chose PSM because I felt it is convenient for me.
Sure, sure. Yeah, Jayank?
Yeah, Amit. Just to add on it, currently I am taking the batch from Jitendra for PO, and I got two rounds cleared for PO, and that too without any certification. And the offer letter is in pipeline.
Okay, wow, great.
And that too, I think it's almost going to be 100% or how much percent hike? The round is
Again around 120%, 130% hike.
super. All right, good. All right, so that's all for today, everyone. So I hope you got a good understanding and the journey that how it's going to be. Someone you have just started, someone you are just thinking, someone you are maybe frustrated also, right? That okay, should I do it or not? So again, the main aspect over here is what consistency, the focus, the commitment that yes, I have started and I have to finish. And let me tell you, in the entire world, as per my information, there's nothing can be easier than getting the job. For someone, it may take 1 month, like 2 months for Jayank. For someone, it may take 3 months, 4 months. So it's not about you have to compare it with someone else. You have to compare it with yourself. But whatever you are going to do, whatever time you're going to take, the result, what is going to come, certainly it worth a lot. And the return of investment, the time, the money, what you are putting here, it is immense. So with this, we'll like to end the session. So thank you, Dinesh. Thank you, Jang, for joining and
Thank you so much,
sharing
Jitin.
your experience over here. Certainly, we'll be inviting you future as well to share your experience with the aspiring Scrum Master. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jitendra. Thank you so much.